Quay. My name is Shayna from Belichk, and I'm the creator behind Guest Designs, a brand rooted in culture, community, and creativity. My most popular piece is my overall ribbon dress. I first went viral in 2023, reaching over 2,000 views, and the orders started coming in. I've now recently made over 300 dresses. Here's all my swatches. But I also do customs, family sets, started out teaching workshops to help others reconnect with their culture. Since my original pitch, my business has grown. I have a waiting list. I've invested in an industrial sewing machine thanks to Aritzia last year. I launched a professional website offering ribbon locally to people around me so they can create also. Um, Winning this, with your support, I would invest in a new industrial serger and expand my creative supplies available on my website, from more ribbon sizes, colors, to help continue grow Guest Designs into something more. And with your help, I can do just that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the pitch. That was absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
It sounds like there's been a lot of growth this year in the business and looking for new equipment. And where do you feel that with this new equipment that would scale you to what level are you trying to work for in that scale up in the business?
So since I got my industrial sewing machine, I've been be able to go a lot faster. So my serger, so I'd say be able to make like 3 skirts a night compared to like my usual 1 skirt. So now I can make 3 skirts, but with my serger, it slows me down just a little bit. So that industrial serger, I feel like would help me be more productive. I wouldn't like, I don't know, people call it like drop shipping where they like send their design off to someone. I really don't want to do that. I want to make it homemade still. So that extra help with industrial serger will help me continue this homemade type of style I'm looking for with my ribbon skirts, overall ribbon dresses and such.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shayna, thank you for a really well done and energized presentation. I learned a lot in just that minute. I'm so curious to know what your ambitions are looking forward. As you look to 5 years ahead, what are your goals for your business?
I would love to sell more ribbon and fabrics and just make this my primary thing to do. Right now, I work another job full time and I'm a mom. So like it's very, very crazy. But yeah, 5 years from now, I would love to have like a little tiny shop like beside my house to sell like ribbon, to sell my product, to sell other people's product also in my community and outside. So people can get their name out there. And having those also on my website so people can be like, oh, I'm looking for earrings, but oh, here, check my website. You can buy them from there. This is who made this type of thing.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My name is Kateri. I am the owner of Nisnipawset beadwork. I have been running my business for about 10 years now. Basically, I offer high quality beadwork to my customers. I run a shop online. So I am part of the Wabanaki Confederacy, and I basically reflect that into my beadwork. I add traditional patterns to my beadwork because I feel like representation matters in my work. A little bit more about my business. I do about $15,000 in sales like every year. But if I win the grand prize of $25,000, I would hopefully double that by next year. And I would invest in myself to have better business management skills, also better photography, better social media marketing. I also offer a lot of workshops as a business owner. So yeah, that's it.
Great job. Thank you so much for doing this today. I know it takes a lot of courage and I've been in your shoes, so we appreciate you. And I have mad respect for beaders, so congratulations just for being here. I know that it's an art form and it's definitely a talent, but how do you see your products being unique and setting yourself apart from others?
I use a lot of high quality materials. I also ethically source my raw materials from like people who have done let's say I have pearls, like I will source them directly from the people who grow the pearls, the freshwater pearls, and then I'll get them and drill them myself. because that's how I am. I want it to be unique and I wanted to do it myself. Like if it's leather, oftentimes I'll have like leather scraps from people who basically just have like that extra leather, and I will use it up so that it doesn't just go to waste. I also went to the Czech Republic to buy beads that you cannot necessarily find here in Canada. So that's another thing that I did, and you know, I was able to see and touch and feel the materials before I actually use it into my beadwork. So that's really how I like to keep things unique to myself, and yeah.
Good, thank you.
That sounds really good. Definitely like an unique aspect from your business. I have one question. You was cut off when you talk about your community impact, especially about like giving workshop. Can you give us more detail about how you just like positively impact the community? Yeah.
Yes, so I've been asked quite a few times. Like I live in Montreal, so I've given workshops um, to like the Montreal Native community. It's called Native Montreal. I've been asked to give workshops to my own community to help people, you know, learn a new craft.
Hey, my name is Marie-Michelle Faber. I'm a Wenda artist jeweler and former Cirque du Soleil performer based in Tiohtià:ke, Montreal. I founded LF, a contemporary jewelry line where each piece holds a story, an echo of memory shaped in metal. LF is inspired by ancestral form like the ulu blade and feathers, symbol of care, survival, and connection passed down through generations of Indigenous women. My jewelry isn't just about beauty, it's about storytelling. These are wearable pieces of culture, identity, and resilience. With the support, I would use the funds to connect with Indigenous communities across Turtle Island and co-create a collection that reflects their stories, symbol, and strength. This would not only grow LF as a business, but also create space for collaboration, visibility, and shared revenue. It's about reclaiming our stories and our economies one piece at a time.
So with the winnings,
yes,
if you were to be a winner and you were wanting to scale by co-creating through
yes,
stories, could you expand a little on the funds that you would use and how that you could co-create that?
I really want to go to the communities. I even also did my first vision of a selection of communities in my province, Quebec, and then across Canada, and then Turtle Island. I went through the purpose of a matriarchal lineage, because I come from also a lineage that was broken. And I want to hear their stories because I need this, but I want also people to know about this. And the fact that I was also 25 years on the road, I lived as a nomad because of Cirque du Soleil. And having that connection, this web around the world, I think it's not only great for the connection, but also for us to have the support and to spread our stories.
Ani Bonjour. My name is Akeshia Trudeau, and I'm the artist and founder behind Skoden Studios, an Indigenous fashion brand inspired by woodland florals and Anishinaabe culture. I design clothing that flows effortlessly from the powwow trail to the red carpet, where every stitch carries our stories and every piece honors who we are. My designs are bold, rooted in culture, and meant to be worn with pride, by us, for us. As a solo artist, I've created this brand to share our beauty and identity through fashion that's modern, wearable, and deeply Indigenous. With the help of Powwow Pitch and additional funding, it will help me take the next step, a powerful photo shoot featuring Indigenous models, photographers, makeup artists, and stylists. I want to launch my website with stunning visuals that represent our people at every level, not just the clothes, but behind the camera too. Skoden Studios isn't just about clothing, it's about visibility, pride, and creating space for Indigenous excellence in fashion. Let's take our culture everywhere we go. Skoden.
Thank you. That was a wonderfully passionate pitch, and you described many of the things that we're looking for. I would love to hear a little bit more about how you're finding clients and customers now. You've talked about your ambition to have a photo shoot and a website, but tell us a bit about the business now and how you're looking to grow it.
I've ordered samples recently, so I'm wearing one of the things I've created. And I am very active on the powwow trail. When my samples first came in, I gave a couple pieces like to my mom and to my niece and my cousins, and they've been wearing them around, asking where we could get them. I've gone to my hometown powwow and I help judge our community's pageant. So I shared like some stuff about my business. It was announced on the whole speaker stand to the whole powwow. I was wearing around. They're like, "Oh yeah, look at the outfit she's wearing." So just the ability to connect with the communities has allowed me to showcase the designs that I have right now and say it'll be ready soon. I have social media as well, giving sneak peeks and showing off like the work that I've created and how excited I am to share it with everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, really great stuff. And I do love fashion and representation, so I will be a customer. I just was wondering what your inspiration was to start this business and some of the challenges in terms of finding suppliers and manufacturing and all of those things as well that come along with the growth of business.
Okay, my inspiration really comes from my identity. I'm Odawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi, and to have things that represent where I'm from. So I have like Potawatomi designs on the sleeves and I silver brooches, and it goes back into my passion for history. And I go look into like things that are old and try to create them in a modern way that I can wear. As a teacher, I haven't had a lot of clothes that can reflect my culture. I'm a native language teacher and I go every day.
Hello, I'm Wyatt Miller, a proud member of Peter Ballantyne Cree Nation and founder of Sparked Apparel. The brand began when I started tailoring my own clothes to fit again while adding my own creative twist. The name Sparked came from seeing the light in my customers' eyes when they first wore one of my pieces, and that moment lit the vision. In 2021, Sparked Apparel officially launched. Spark exists to inspire the youth to chase their dreams, showing that with consistency, success is possible. Since launch, we generated over 75K in revenue with a 40% net profit margin while reinvesting 20% back to the business. In 2025, I focused on building a creative team of photographers, designers, and leaders to grow the brand and build community. I also collaborate with other artists and organizations to help bring that spark to everyone. With a 25K investment, I'll hire key staff, expand inventory, and explore opening a storefront to boost local employment and brand impact. Thank you for your time. Can't wait to hear back.
That sounds great. Really clearly communicate on how you use the money and how the business have been doing so far. Really, really impressed. One question I want to ask you is that you was mentioning that one part of the money is that you want to like open like storefront and hire people to help with that. So how do you find your market where exactly you are looking to expand or open the storefront right now?
Like, are you seeing like who my local market is, or like who I'd go to when I want to do that type of thing?
Who you going to?
I do have a few different options I could go to. There's a couple different studios in town that I could partner with and stuff, and we could open up a storefront like that. As well, there are a lot of new industrial areas going up, and just they have little stores inside of those places. I have been reached out to a few times just to see if I want to come in and take a peek, if it would be something that would work for myself. And then to boost the local employment, just to give a lot of different people an opportunity to join a team of a growing brand. And just it's a really diverse area I live in, so it would help everyone and it would just make a good team.
Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciated the pitch and your story. Where are you at right now in your online presence? Is that how you currently have your sales and increasing your revenues?
I want to say about 75% of my sales come from online. I have a website and I have my Instagram and my my Facebooks, and of course my Snapchat. I get a lot of sales through the website, and then I get a lot actually through word of mouth still. So just people talking about the brand and what I'm all about, and then someone reaches out and I just get a couple quick sales like that.
Anin, Mihkwa Maangan, Ishkas, Megizido Damnindo. I'm from the George Gordon First Nation, Dubois. Mihkwa Wolf. I'm a fashion designer. I've been in the industry for exactly 1 year now. I'm celebrating my 1 year anniversary with my clothing brand. So what I've been showcasing my clothing at 7 different fashion shows across Saskatchewan, Alberta, and also Manitoba. I broke into the fashion industry exactly 1 year ago, and it's been growing ever since at a fast pace. I've been selling clothing. I actually sent my clothing into a clothing shop in Saskatoon and been selling out of there, and also through brick and mortar as well. So with my clothing and with with the funds, if I do end up placing or winning, I was wanting to put more money into production, also into a bigger space, so I could do mass production as well with my clothing.
Hi, please
Hey.
tell us more about the inspiration for your collection. What inspires you in the designs that you're doing?
So that's with my collection, and the inspiration is I fused alternative and hip hop culture with my clothing, which kind of inspired me to place some of our Indigenous like our language, our identity into the clothing as well. So I fused that into my collections, kind of having a story behind it. As I work in a CFS in the child and family services field. So my collection has a lot to do with the realities of the child welfare system. So that's where I kind of started all my designs, and how I got this going and growing. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you so much. I know that being an entrepreneur, and you did a really great job, so don't get down on yourself. You did a really great job. But being an entrepreneur and being a fashion designer, it's like becoming a really competitive world. And I just want to know how, I understand you're separating yourself with like messaging through your clothing. But what are some of the biggest challenges that you've experienced so far? And how are you planning on, working through those?
I think more so just it's the competitiveness. A lot of people are welcoming in the industry as well, and a lot aren't. There's a lot of people that like to preach it as well. But I came from a trades background, so I have a spine when it comes to having to deal with that kind of stuff. I know majority of the time, like, I'm not a reactive person at all. So some of the challenges that I did experience were just the negative aspects that come with it. And I just kind of go through with it, and just water off a duck's back, basically. I don't let nothing bother me. I keep going forward as much as I can, because through all the negative, on the plus side, there's a lot of people that still support you at the end of the day too. So
Conlin Mcdonald, or hello, how are you? My name is Conlin McDonald, and I'm the founder and CEO of E3 Apparel Limited. Named after my 3 sons, I started my company just over a year ago while in the process of learning the Cree language. As the grandson of a residential school survivor, learning the language would pass on to the next generation of youth while still looking deadly is what E3 Apparel is all about. I'm also a sports dad and a blue-collar worker that has coached his son's hockey while being a dual-ticketed journey person, which has inspired our latest designs. So Nisnipawset, or hockey in English, along with Krisalobits, we also have a new workwear line that offers FR clothing. We also have hats being added to our items, along with our new drop coming this winter. If I were to win Powwow Pitch, I would love the opportunity to spread awareness of my brand, which means so much more than just apparel, but to help the next generation of Indigenous youth know that looking deadly while wearing the culture is what it's all about. Thanks for the opportunity. Hi.
Awesome. This is really great pitch. Really showcase your business and really like the message behind the apparel. So one question that I have for you would be about like you say that you want to like inspire like the young generation. So how do you like find your customer? Like how you reach out to the customer? Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we do our sales mostly. Most of my sales have been in person to person. We do have a Shopify as well, but our in person to person is where the conversation happens. Most people ask like, "Hey, where'd you get that? What does that mean?" And like I said, I just kind of help spread awareness by conversation piece as well as looking deadly.
Thank you. Great pitch. And I am a hockey mom as well. So I just want to say it takes a lot of courage and strength to step up to do this, but also to be a hockey coach. That's not an easy task. And I love what you're doing. When you were just saying that you wanted to kind of spread the awareness, is that increasing the product through online channels? Is that going to provide more inventory for you? Is there any plans that you have where you can, kind of differentiate yourself, especially in, sports or hockey, in getting your brand out there? If you'd like to just expand on that.
Yeah, so like I said, so with the brand is based off me, really. Like I said, it's named after my 3 sons. So me coaching and being a blue collar, I started making it for myself, and it started taking the awareness to the next level for me. I guess it started questioning me, and I had to provide answers with it. So I really liked it, and that's, like I said, the main piece is coming from when people see the clothing and they like asking questions.
Good judges. My name is Cora Kavyaktok. Today I'm excited to introduce Inuk Gold. While working in the corporate world, I struggled to find business wear that reflected my Inuit identity. This is where Inuk Gold was born. It is a clothing brand that mixes Inuit culture into business wear while giving back to our communities. Each piece features subtle designs by Inuit artists. I buy their work up front, promote their stories online, and a percentage of the net profits will go directly back to the artist, as well as a nonprofit of their choosing from their home community. We recently held our soft launch, selling 10 of the 35 pieces in the first day. Our first featured artist story has been shared 46 times and led to 2 inquiries about their work. With this funding, I'll launch our website, purchase inventory, and bring on more artists. Inuk Gold is more than clothing. It's a statement of pride, resilience, and giving back. It's business wear with heart rooted in Inuit values.
Cora, thank you. That was an excellent pitch, and you described so much about the inspiration behind your business and also how you're incorporating your community and giving back. Thank you for that. What are some of the challenges? We've all faced challenges as we grow our business. What are some of the challenges that you've been facing, and how are you overcoming them?
Well, Inuk Gold is a new brand. I just launched it as of Sunday.
Oh,
Incredible.
So
the challenge has been getting it going. Up to this point, I have been funding Inuk Gold with my personal money to get it off the ground and running. So, yeah, it's just new. So a lot of challenges.
You speak about it so confidently. I thought it was far longer established.
It's been well in the making, like a thought process. I started the page back in 2024, so it was it's been something that's brewing for over a year now. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Hi there. Well, good for you. Congratulations. Absolutely. We all know the work behind building a brand, and I just now that you're launched and you're building your brand visibility, where do you see you taking this? Like, where do you see yourself even in a year from now?
I hope to be having multiple artists on my roster, and I'm all about uplifting our Inuit community and incorporating the part where I'm bringing on artists, emerging artists, and hopefully uplifting the community through that, as well as through the nonprofits, giving back through nonprofits. I hope that Inuk Gold can help our communities in major ways and be, selling and clothing everybody, like going into workwear, as well as scrubs, I imagine as well.
Isweo, hello. My name is Melissa Victor, and I'm from the Chiam First Nation in Rosedale, BC. I've called Calgary Treaty 7 home since 2008, and I'm the founder of Quassel. Quassel meaning star in Hockamalum. Quassel creates wearable art that fuses beadwork and traditional cedar weaving, blending ancestral practices with contemporary fashion. Every piece is a story and a statement rooted in Indigenous culture. I launched Quassel in January 2023 while working a full-time job in government, driven by the desire to preserve my cultural knowledge with my 3 children, 2 of which are autistic and 1 is on the way. In just over a year, my designs have been featured in New York and Paris Fashion Weeks. Now my vision is to grow Quassel into a self-sustaining online business that connects people worldwide to Indigenous culture and through luxury and fashion. With your support, I will scale my online business, streamline production, and collaborate with Indigenous models and makers. The funding will go towards upgrading tools, ethically sourced materials, and targeted digital marketing, laying the foundation for long-term growth. Quassel is a bridge between the past and the future. Hoichu, thank you.
That's really great. Lots of information and lots of inspiration coming from, like a high achiever woman like you. Very exciting to hear about this. One question that I want to ask you, you mentioned like there's a lot of things that you want to use this money toward, like for example, like collaborate with upcoming model, but also want to like source like ethical materials and so on. Can you actually give us like what is the priority right now? What is like the first thing that you use? Kind of things like that. Yeah, thank you.
Currently, my online store has gotten a refresh. So what I would like to do is, especially with the targeted digital marketing, is to be able to assist with that, hopefully by hiring someone who is aware with digital marketing through Instagram and Facebook and all those other things in between. And with the materials, I would like to create online prints, wearable clothing. So sourcing those materials would help fund that.
Thank you.
That was fantastic and really exciting. Where do you feel that you would be liking to see the business in 6 months to a year from now?
For me personally, it actually is, this is going to be a test just because I will be on mat leave. So for me, it's seeing how sustainable it is while having a single income. So that's actually where I would see myself this year.
Hi, my name is Shauna White Bear. I'm an enrolled member of MHA Nation, and I'm founder of White Bear Moccasins based here in Bozeman, Montana. I manage a crew of 5 Indigenous makers. We design and hand stitch bison leather moccasins that combine traditional flair with modern design. With $25,000, I would take my business to the next level. I plan to invest in a leather clicker press, a custom moccasin pattern dies to increase production efficiency, consistency without sacrificing the handmade quality my customers value. I'd also purchase a portable hand crank sewing machine and a small travel trailer to set up a mobile repair shop, bringing services directly to our communities. And I also would like to fund to buy bulk trade cloth wool to expand my retail offerings and support other makers by sourcing from them when possible. This investment is about growing business rooted in cultural investments and preservation, sustainability, and native innovation. Thank you for considering White Bear Moccasins.
Hi, Shauna. That was an excellent pitch, and it's wonderful to see what might be your workshop or a workspace behind you with some of your materials. Gives us a little sense of what you do. Tell us, it's a two-parter. What has been one of your biggest achievements so far in building your business? And also one of your greatest challenges?
So one of my greatest achievements is moving into my own workshop. I have a 2,000 square foot workshop. I have about 4 different machineries and my crew. I mean, that's also my most important achievement is my crew.
Great. And can you tell us about one of the greatest challenges you've had to face? And if you were able
and some of my biggest challenges also is my crew. Only because I'm managing young adults and I'm mentoring them. And I grow attached to them and I have a lot of empathy and sympathy, but sometimes I have to separate the two because I am running a business and I want to excel so we all excel. So sometimes I have to have, meetings, how it's important to be efficient and use your time wisely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there. Speaking from the manufactural world, I just highly recommend you're on the right path of investing in a clicker. So I definitely recommend that. So I hope that you have the funds to do that. I just was wondering, I know there's not too many authentic Indigenous owned moccasin makers left in Canada. I want to better understand how you market yourself so that people are aware that they're buying authentic.
So I've been utilizing platforms like TikTok and Instagram and just kind of word of mouth. And I have a website that I built and I've just been kind of marketing myself that way. And this year I'm going to be heading to Crow Fair where we're going to set up a mobile repair shop. It's kind of testing out the waters to also market ourselves and hand out White Bear swag and get the name out there.
My name is Denise Sine, and I'm a member of the Wallapai tribe, and my tribe borders the ancestral lands of the Grand Canyon. I'm the proud owner of a jewelry brand called Tall Pine Beauty, and I reside in Kingman, Arizona, and I saw a gap in the local market for high-quality, handcrafted Native American jewelry. So my solution was to take my creations to design products to make my customers feel happy, promote confidence, and enhance their natural beauty. Analyzing my year-over-year growth in 2024, I made $16,329 in jewelry sales, which is a 54% increase from the year prior. Entering Powell Pitch gives me the platform to network, gain exposure, and seek funding to grow my business. $25,000 will allow me to expand to more markets, hire employees, and maintain market fees. My brand is merging both my Wallapai culture and the Western perspectives to reflect one's beauty, a reflection to inspire to create. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much for your pitch. I hear from your pitch, you was talking about like your growth in like a big growth in your sale. Can you tell us a little bit more about like how do you find your customer? Like what is behind this growth in the sale?
Okay, right now, where I sell my jewelry is at local markets. I also sell to I do business to business with the Skywalk, which is a tourism industry on our reservation. And I also send out jewelry for vendors. So all those combined, they give me, like I started with 0 seed capital. And so that gave me an income of around, I think my first year was a little less than 8,000. And that was in 2023. And 2024, I doubled that. I more than doubled that at 16,000 and 16,329. And right now, presently, with the same target audiences, I am a little over 21,000, and December hasn't hit yet. So I am booked for the rest of the year to do vendor markets. And so I'm out just getting my customers, both in person as well as through independent contracts.
Thank you.
Thank you.